I worked almost all day trying to put together something for a video for tonight on Deborah. In fact, I recorded an entire video on Deborah, except I discovered right at the end that the little counter number thing at the bottom still said 000. It's not a good thing when you say bad words regarding something you were recording for Bible study. Needless to say, I did an excellent video lesson on Deborah. Excellent. But it didn't get recorded. So now you're getting this one. I have sent you, I did my own version of Judges 4 and 5, meaning instead of having Judges 4 and then Judges 5, I did it like this, because Judges 4 and 5, if you read Judges 4, you don't get the whole story, but if you read Judges 5, you don't get the whole story. You have to read them both, and then when you read them both, you have to kind of weave them together like this. So what I sent you is them woven together like that with a bunch of notes that I've found in my resources. And so I talked about that on the video that didn't get recorded, but I don't really feel like doing that again. So you're just going to get this one. But I was going to read to you again from my book because today, during my devotions, I was reading Amy Carmichael poetry. That's new. I'm not really a poetry buff, but I thought, well, let me give it a try. And why don't you know, one of her poems is called God's Thread. You know, like this, what was the kind of thread it was? The sustaining thread, right? Was that it? Oh, dang it, I can't remember. Steadying thread. Oh, thank you, God, I remembered. Okay, it's the steadying thread. Remember that Thurman talked about? We're holding one end, and there's one thread that's the steadying thread, and then I talked about how the rest of it, right? But we are. And so I thought, I think these videos should be called steadying thread videos. What do you think? Anyway, let me read you this poem. It's not too long. It's called God's Thread. An ill dread is hanging over me, slung on a single strand of cobwebbed thread. I do not know how I can live today. The usual life of common duties turn, leaving me standing shivering on the edge of unknown desolation, and all things look dark to me. O God, thou knowest my fear. Go thou not far from me, lest trouble be near. Think. Is it cobweb thread? No spider of chance spun that fine twined thread from out herself in blind obedience to some unknown law. But I, thy God, thy Father, spun that thread, whose very substance is my eternal will, my eternal love, and in my hand I hold the further end and guard its whole long length from human intermeddling. I may use some invisible hand to operate and loose the seeming ill, but I alone am he with whom thou hast to do. And I, thy God, the Father of lights, in whom no variableness nor shadow cast by turning ever was, am with thee to be light to all thy days, even to the end. Therefore thou wilt be strong and more than conqueror for I am here. I go not from my own when trouble is near. I go not from my own when trouble is near. That's us. We're his own. I really liked that because I was freaking out again this morning, truth be told. What a wild bunch of days we're living in, huh? Anyway, that was Amy Carmichael again. God's thread. Pretty cool, huh? Steadying thread. I like that, huh? Okay, so the steadying thread of videos. We're staying connected, this sisterhood of ours. We can do this. So take a look at the notes I'm going to email you. And let me know what you think, if any of this is helping. Love and miss you all.